the original seems to be. Again, I've never read the manga, so I can't say for sure. But at least based on what I've read from what other people have said and whatnot, the manga's a little bit more faithful. Slightly. Like,
That sounds like shit.
Which, by the way, fun fact, the working title of the manga before it got released was called Ultraman Begins. Which, I mean, that would have been a better title than just calling it fucking Ultraman, but...
Better title, but it still wouldn't make any goddamn sense.
No. So, what the fuck is this story? Okay, here's your premise. And I'm reading verbatim off a synopsis I pulled up. It's been 40 years since the events of the original Ultraman. Separated from the legendary being of light that saved the Earth from giant alien invaders time and time again, Shin Hayata has lost all memory of his time as host of the extraterrestrial Titan. With the dissolution of the Science Special Search Party, Hayata has returned to a mundane life, fathering a son named Shinjiro. Things were normal, until Shinjiro, at the age of 5, fell from a great height and walked away unscathed. As it turned out, Shinjiro had inherited his father's Ultraman factor. Things start to unravel as the presence of aliens becomes more and more apparent on Earth. With his memory restored, Shin leads the reformed SSSP in creating new Ultramen to defend the Earth. The first candidate to don the mantle is 17-year-old son Shinjiro. There's your premise. Now, on a paper, that doesn't sound terrible. However, what proceeds to follow is very not Ultraman. And I will preface this, okay? I don't know about Ryo, but at least me, I went into this thinking I could use this as a springboard into the Ultraman series, because being a fan of Power Rangers and Kamen Rider and stuff like that, you know, Ultraman's been on my interest list for a while.
Well, I went in wanting it to be good, but that was it. And it wasn't.
But, so I figured, you know, maybe this could give me an idea of what Ultraman is like, or, you know, be at least a starting board to where I could have, like, a standard set, or some shit, right?
And the answer was firmly no.
Yeah. Now, yeah, I've never seen an actual Ultraman as of yet, as of this recording. I plan to in the future. But I do know enough to know that this show is fucking bullshit, okay? Like, because here's the thing. Not only does it do a disservice onto some certain core things of Ultraman, but even if you were to just pretend this was its own fucking thing, that the old Ultraman just never fucking happened, this is totally original, right?
It was a generic superhero show, it would still suck. Exactly.
Because here's the thing. This show isn't Ultraman. It's Iron Man. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I made that little question at the beginning of the episode about Iron Man Armored Adventures. This show has the exact same art style as that. And even the main character, Shinjiro, looks a lot like the teenage Tony Stark from that show. Even the voice acting is similar. That's actually really good, right? But,
do you know offhand who did the voice?
Actually, yeah, it was a famous actor. For Shinjiro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a somewhat famous actor, I believe. Like, hold on.
Who was really poorly directed.
Oh, yeah, but we'll get into that in a sec. Josh Hutcherson. We'll get into voice acting later, but, yeah, no, dude, this show, like, again, this is our short, no spoiler version. I'll just say this now. In terms of technicals, it's not awful. It's okay. But in terms of story, character, tone, like, all that, bad. Like, and probably the biggest sin that you could give any superhero show, let alone a toku show, right? This show's really fucking boring. It is. Like, it drags. Like,
it's tedious and repetitive.
Not only that...